Good. So, welcome to today's version. Today, we're looking at business reconstruction or capital reduction. So, that's today's edition. Okay. So, business reconstruction or capital reduction. So, that's today's edition. Business what? Reconstruction. It's also called capital reduction or business reconstruction. Good. Good. Business reconstruction or capital reduction. Business reconstruction or capital reduction. Good. Now, this it's a very interesting topic. Nice one that we have to probably understand it, especially for those of us who are the head of the various institutions, probably the MD, the CEO. Yes, and one day you'll be a CEO, you'll be MD, you'll be a board chairman or chairperson. So, and then you'll be in position to take this critical decision, and it will help you. Good. So it's a very interesting topic. Now, before I start explaining, capital reduction usually it's just an avenue for a struggling company that is what struggling, making consistent or persistent losses. If company make losses for a long period of time, so if you go to get to a point where you have to sit down and then look for a strategy to revive the way forward. So basically, that is it. So the strategy that a failing company normally adopts to survive or to turn around its business. See what do you mean by what? Business reconstruction. Good. So if you are making losses consistently, not just 1 year loss, not just like 2 years loss, like for the past 5 years, you have made consistent losses to the extent of your reserves are negative. Your reserves. That's the your income surplus is negative. Your retained earnings is negative. Please, income surplus and retained earnings are the same, or your accumulated profit. In fact, you have made constant losses to the extent of it has even cleared your good name in terms of the income surplus, and it has rendered the income surplus to be negative. Good. So when happened that way, then there should be a turnaround because we cannot go ahead with this bad records, with this negative income surplus balances. So what do? Let's find a turnaround strategy to revive the business or the company. This decision is usually taken by good. A second. Good. Back and back. So that is it. So now, a struggling company, failing company, need turnaround strategy to revive things. Good. So that is it. Now, If you are failing, you have only two options. If you are struggling in business, the only two options available for you. Oh yes, if you are making consistent losses, you have the two options. So the options available. So options or the strategies. Options or strategy. Strategies for a failing company. So what is the strategy for failing company? Company that make consistent losses. So what's the strategy? What's the turnaround strategy? You have only two options. Two. Either you liquidate. Oh yes, put up. Liquidate the business. Sharp. Stop causing more harm. The little harm that it causes is enough. It's okay. Pause the business. Put up. But sometimes looking at your struggle for years, how you toil for your business, and looking at the downfall of your business, like losing business, losing the name, the goodwill. Oh, it can happen. So there should be a second turnaround. So sometimes liquidation might not be the best option. Yes, might not be the best option. Because looking at your reputation, the customers that you have, you're going to lose all of them just because you're making consistent losses. So, and sometimes to the key stakeholders of the business, when you liquidate, they will lose their investment, especially ordinary shareholders. Ordinary shareholders, they may lose their investment, so they might not opt for liquidation. Yes, at least. Good. So the second option would be to reconstruct, recapitalize. So that's the reconstruction. 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 So these are the two options available for a failing company. Either you liquidate, put up, or you revive, turn things around, turn around strategy. So you realize that the main topic of this program is reconstruction. So that's called business reconstruction. That's the main one. So that is it. So I'll quickly touch liquidation, small, and then the reconstruction. Good. Then we come to reconstruction. For liquidation, here you are selling all the assets of the business and then you're using it to pay off the liability. That's all. Now, the liabilities, we have the order. Yes. Some of the debts, they are senior, some of them too are junior. And then the least one on the table is the ordinary shareholders. Whatever remains, you give it to them. Even preference shareholders have some preferential treatment than the ordinary shareholders. Good. So that is it. Basically, that's the liquidation. So, in fact, this liquidation is inside the reconstruction. So I don't need to worry at all. Let's move on. Now, reconstruction. There are two types of reconstruction. So, if we now single on reconstruction, there are two types of business reconstruction. So you can also call it business what reconstruction or capital reduction. Good. Now there are two types. So if you pick the business reconstruction, we have the internal reconstruction and what external reconstruction. Good. Now, internal reconstruction, that we do it alone. External measures and acquisitions. Assuming that we are failing, we are struggling in business. In fact, I'll come to the internal. The internal is the main topic of today. External is not part of the game, so let me just get him out of the way. External means we are going to look for a third party to either acquire or join. The one that we feel like when we join together, our consistent losses will be reduced or will be eliminated. And then we will come back to life. Good. So that's the external reconstruction. So with external reconstruction, that one, you go look for either a smaller company or company of the same size or higher level, and you merge with that company or you acquire that company. So you go and buy your main supplier, you merge with your main supplier. That is what external reconstruction, and that one is not in your scope. That one is not in the syllabus. The external reconstruction, mergers and acquisition. For instance, Airtel Tigo, Gold, Airtel Tigo, TT Bank versus what? EcoBank, right? Around 2011. So that was the strategy. Good. Okay. So now that you know that the external reconstruction deal with you acquiring or merging with external business, now let's move on to the internal. Internal, you are doing it alone. Internal deals with, that one is an accounting measure. Someone sacrificing, losing some of his investment. That's all. So with the internal reconstruction, that one we do it alone by ourselves. We sit down and ask that, okay, let's reduce your amount, your capital. Assuming that we are owing a lot of people, we can call them and sit them down now, please, we are struggling and help us to survive. So the amount that we owe you, please, can we reduce it by, let's say, 10%, so that the remaining one, we start paying you small. At least when we reduce it, it will reduce our burden. So that's what internal reconstruction. So how we get the picture? So internal reconstruction, that one, we don't involve anybody. We sit down ourselves and then plan and even restructure our capital base. So that's what we call it, capital reduction. Some people have to lose. Oh yes. Those that we owe, they have to lose so that we can survive. Good. So that's the capital reduction. Good. It is not an easy job, because you calling a creditor, telling him that he have to lose 10% of his investment, he will not agree. So because of that, we have the steps. Must even go to the law courts for the court to approve it. Other than that, if you go and tell any creditor to lose even 1 cedi of investment, he will disagree. And he will force liquidation. Yes, he will force liquidation, because you know that when you liquidate, he will get his money intact without losing any person. So that is, and after all, it doesn't share the profit with you, the creditors. So that is it. Now, so the internal reconstruction or the capital reduction basically means we are going to reduce. Some of the stakeholders have to sacrifice some of their investments, including ordinary shareholders, preference shareholders, loan creditors, debenture holders, bank overdrafts. In fact, we can even convert the overdraft into a loan. Yes, long-term loan. Good. Secured on some of the assets. Yes. So losing, sacrificing, so that the company will survive. Basically, that is it. So that is a good news. Hey, machine is failing again. Good. Now, we have the legal requirement, the legal stuff. All of them are stipulated in the company's code 2019 Act 992. So if you don't have a copy, kindly go a copy to read it and just familiar yourself with the legal requirements. We are using the accounting, how to account for it, how to prepare the account after the reduction. Good. So that is it. So basically, sacrificing internal reconstruction means we are reducing the capital of some people. Some people have to sacrifice, lose their investment in our business so that we will survive. Basically, that is it. Good. So now that you get it, now let's go straight forward. How the question will be asked and then how you do it. Now, the questions are only in two folds. It means that we need a scheme. We have to sit down, the board have to sit down and plan a scheme. And then the scheme will be accepted by the board. The scheme will be accepted by the board. In fact, you have to even seek approval from the courts, from the high courts, before they continue. Yes. So that they'll get a legal backing. Yes. Not because you are feeling you are going to do some of these high investments. So you have to get a legal backing from the courts. Good. And then you start. So there must be a scheme. Draw up a scheme. How? Who should lose how much? All the class of the creditors, all the stakeholders, starting from where? Ordinary shareholder to that of the creditors. Good. Then you draw up the scheme telling everybody the amount of sacrifices that they have to do in order to survive the business. Now this scheme, two ways in exams. One, either the examiner will give you the scheme and they'll ask you to draw the financial position after the scheme has been accepted. That one is a bit straightforward. And that one is the double entry. Good. We do that one probably tomorrow. Then the second one, we shall start that one today, is where they will ask you to draw the scheme yourself, the scheme writing. They will ask you to write up a scheme to the company so that when the company adopts your scheme, the business will be revived. Good. Don't forget that we are using accounting entries to draw up the scheme. Good. So that is it. So here, where you be given the scheme. So where the scheme is given to you, here scheme will be given. That's the first set of questions. Will be given. Will be given to you. But they will ask you to draw up the financial position. The financial position after the scheme has been accepted. And then lastly, the second one, you will have to design the scheme. So we call it scheme designing or designing of the scheme. Good. Now we have some few properties, features of the scheme. Now, before all the stakeholders, before they will accept the scheme should treat everybody fairly and equally. Don't design any scheme that will favor some people and to be a detriment to the other set of stakeholders. No. When they go out, they will boycott it. So take note. So the scheme must be fair. It must be you should treat everybody fair and equal. Don't let most people lose. Like preference shareholders, the creditors, the debenture holders, as soon as they lose more than their investments or more than liquidation, they will force to liquidate the business, which might not be a good news. Yes. Most of the creditors can pressure liquidation. Most of the creditors, because they know that in liquidation, their funds are secured. Liquidation, the funds are secured. Good. So that is it. Okay, so I'll start in the designing of the scheme. There are steps. This is where I'll start from. Designing of the scheme, where you are designing your own scheme that will be used to revive the business. Good. So that I will, from there, then I'll come to where the scheme will be given to you. Where the scheme will be given to you. Though we're supposed to start with that one. I think I'll start with this one first. Good. So that is it. Where the scheme will be given to you. Good. Okay. No question, eh? Let me check if there's question. Okay, good. No question. No question. Good. No question. Okay. Now, in writing out the scheme, design of the scheme, we have steps that you have to adhere to. Yes. The standard workings that you have to adhere to. There are 6 steps. Step 1 up to 6. Good. Step 1 up to step 6. So take notes.
Hello, Fred, are you there? Hello? Hello?
I think it's off.
Good. So welcome back. Now, designing of the scheme, we have some steps, 6 standard steps that you have to go through to come up with a scheme. Just that the scheme, we have the legal backing. So kindly take note. The legal backing is in the handout too. And then which is section 75 and then 76 of the company's code. So you can read that section to familiar yourself. Okay, so step 1. Step 1. You need to determine the statement of liquidation. Statement of what? Liquidation. That's a step 1. Statement of liquidation. That's the first step. Statement. You have to prepare the liquidation statement. Good. So that's the statement of liquidation. Liquidation. Statement of liquidation. Good. Now, with the statement of liquidation, you prepare it to show the position of the company when the company, if the company liquidates. So you have to prepare that one to show the position. Good. Now, why do you prepare this? Assuming that upon liquidation, you have a business. When you liquidate, the total loss will be, let's say, the loss will be liquidation loss of liquidated loss of, let's say, 6 million. That will be the total loss. But if you do the reconstruction, the business will lose 4 million. Wow, then what do? Then let's do the reconstruction and stop the liquidation because we will lose more. So that's why we have to determine the statement of liquidation so that we can compare it to the maximum loss. Then we will make a decision on us whether we should proceed the reconstruction or we should stop immediately and liquidate the business. So that's the first step. Statement of what? Liquidation. So you just explain the position of the company when they liquidate. So step 2, determination of maximum loss. Determination of what? Maximum loss. Then you make your decision. Determination of maximum loss. Maximum loss. Maximum loss. That is it. Determination of maximum loss. Determination of maximum loss. Good. Step 3. Let me explain the maximum loss. The maximum loss is when you construct what will be the total. What will be the total loss? So you compare these two. So if I step 1 and step 2, any of them can come first. So in some books, if you see maximum loss first, don't worry at all. These 2 steps there, any of them. Because determine the maximum loss, determine the liquidation amount or liquidation loss, and you compare. So here the step 1 will give you the loss per liquidation. And then the maximum loss is the total loss that the company have to suffer or incur in order to reconstruct the business. How we get that? So in order to reconstruct the business, the company has to make some sacrifices. The total of this sacrifice is what they mean by what? Maximum loss. So if you want to continue revive the business, you have to lose that. And you compare it with what? Statement of, compare with the liquidation loss. And as a rational business person, you choose what? The least lost. The least lost. Good. Step 3. Step 3. The step 3 will be the share of maximum loss. Share of what? Maximum loss. So share of maximum loss. Maximum loss. Now, after we have determined the loss, that we are going to lose, let's say, 200,000 Ghana cedis. That's the total loss if you should do reconstruction. In fact, the truth of the matter is that if you should clean the balance sheet, we have made some consistent losses. If you should clean those losses and revalue our assets, what will be the total loss? This is the total of 200. Now, let's share this loss to the key stakeholders, starting from the shareholders up to the creditors. Good. So that's the share of the maximum loss. Everybody must bear part, because we cannot put or attribute all the loss to a particular stakeholder. No, that's not fair. Don't forget that we said that attributes of the scheme. One, the scheme must be what? Must treat everybody equal and fair. Two, the scheme should turn the company around, not to harm things, not to what? Cause more trouble. Not at all. Other than that, they have to stay. Step 4. Step 4 is the heartbeat. From step 1 to 3, they score everything for the examiner. Step 4, don't you worry yourself, okay? Yes, step 4, don't you worry yourself. Not that I'm supporting you not to learn. No. Step 4 is for those who want to score 20/20. Good. So step 4, resources needed or resources requirement. Resources requirement. And step 5, the scheme. You now write the scheme. So the scheme, we call it proposed scheme. Proposed scheme. Proposed scheme. And finally, the resultant balance sheet. Step 6 is the financial position after the scheme has been what? Accepted. So you have to prepare a financial position showing their position, their state, right after the scheme has been what? Accepted. So that's the financial position, the balance sheet after the scheme has been accepted. So that's what I mean by the resultant financial position. Good. So position. So these are the steps that we go through. So please, out of the 6 steps, 1, 2, 3, just take everything. Step 5, we take everything. Step 6, we take 75% of the marks over there. That's all. The rest, you leave it for him. He will continue it, okay? When they design the marking scheme, they'll solve it. Good. So that is it. So we will take one question and we will illustrate how to do the statement of liquidation, how to do the determination of the maximum loss, how to share it, how to do the resource requirement. In fact, that session, don't you worry yourself, because there's some troublesome item there. Yeah, good. Because the marks that I'm expecting is 10. Maximum of 10 marks. So if you get 10 over here for me, I'm okay. And with 10 marks, if you don't do this one, you still get it. Yes. But I'll still do it. Yes, some people don't want to score 20/20. I'll still do it for you, okay? Don't worry. I'll still do it for you. Some people want to score 100/100. So for those people, I'll do it. Good. But that's the only troublesome section. Okay. I know for sure that when I start my term, they'll take it. You don't want it. Now let's start. I'll pick one question. Then I'll ask you to read it. So take notes. So according to the handouts, I'll pick. Let me see if I can try. If I can project today. Good. Let me see if I can continue the game. Good. So as Empower Limited, we are calculating statement of liquidation. Now, with the statement of liquidation, let me give the format. We have the format. So I'll first of all explain the formats first before I go on to the maximum loss. So statement of liquidation. Statement of what? Liquidation. The format. You start. Proceeds. Bring your currency here. Two of them. You start by saying proceeds. Proceeds. The proceeds. You are going to sell all the assets. Sell all the assets, and you need to what? Pay off the creditors. So you pick the proceeds from the sale of the asset, all the PPEs. So proceeds from the sale of PPEs. You list all of them. Good. All the PPEs. You sell all of them. But please, the proceeds, it will be among the footnotes. Bring the footnotes. It will not be on a financial position. Good. So that is it. Now, this is the order that we want. We want the NRV. NRV. If the NRV is not given, the proceeds order. 2. If the NRV is not there, NRV or for sale value. Yeah, they say for sale. For sale. It's also called liquidated values. Liquidated values. For sale value. NRV for sale liquidated value. They are the same. Good. If the NRV or the for sale value or liquidated value is not there, then you come to what? You come to the fair value. The fair value. Please. If the NRV is there, you can't pick the fair value. You are wrong. Yes. That's why I've squeezed my face and said it. Good. If the NRV is in a question and you've seen it and you've pass by it and then come and pick what? The fair value. Totally wrong. But if the NRV is not in the question, then you have to use the fair value like that. Fair value is also called going concern values. Going concern value. But I'm sure your examiner will give you that. For all the two being the question at the same time, the two being the question. To see which one you are going to pick. Yes. So that by mistake you pick the fair value, got you nicely. So take notes. Good. So all the proceeds, you list the PP so much. So this is the order. It's very important to. Then you go to, you add your cash balance to it. Yes. Your cash balance. Because you are going to sell all the assets plus your cash. Then you distribute them. Sell all the assets that the company have because the company is failing. So sell all of them. You are liquidating. So sell all the assets. Then whatever you realize from it, add the company cash balance to it. Please, if it's overdraft, don't touch it. Add the company's cash balance. Yes. If and only if the company have cash. Good. You put them together, then this is the total proceeds. Total proceeds. Total amount realized from the sales. Good. In fact, in liquidation, the powers of the directors are transferred to the liquidator. Yes. Whether official liquidation or voluntary liquidation. Good. Now let's move on. Now that we get the total amount, the total proceeds, the distribution as follows. So distributed as follows. You have to share. Distributors as follows. As what follows. Now, this money we have to share according to the creditors hierarchy. Okay. According to creditors hierarchy. Some of the creditors, some of them are senior, some of them are junior. Up to the ordinary shareholders. They are the last people. So this is how you are going to share the money. First of all, there are 5 classes of debt. You share the money according to these 5 classes. First, you should go to what? Secured creditors or secured debts. That's the liability with a fixed charge. So first, must go to liability with a fixed charge. A fixed charge. If you have some, so that's the first amount. You go to liability with what? A fixed charge. It means that some of the debts they carry a fixed charge on a particular asset. So when you dispose it off, whatever amount you get, use that one to defray the debt. Sometimes there will be some balance left unpaid. So I'll do that one too. Liability with fixed charge. It's too long. Let me shortcut it. Please don't shortcut it. Liability with what? Fixed charge. Then you put it here. So much. And please, ask them where you are moving, be checking. Because this is what you are sharing. You can't share more than what you have. Second, there are 5 classes of what? Debt. Second, cost of what? Liquidation. Cost of liquidation. And then good. Now let me explain this liability with a fixed charge. If the debts they have secured it against any of the company's assets, in event of liquidation, whatever you realize from that asset, the debt holders will come for it. Yes, whatever you realize from it, as like collateral. So how do you know? You check through the question, the debts that they have. So for instance, if you check the Asempa question and you check the financial position, 20% debenture secured on freehold property. That's a liability with what? A fixed charge. It's fixed on the freehold property. So whatever you derive from the freehold property, use it to pay, and then you are done. Good. So that is it. Now, if you don't see this, it will be in the footnote for you. Once it's on the financial position, they will not give it to you in the footnote. So take note. Okay. Now, the second, go to the cost of liquidation or liquidation cost. Yes, I normally call it the receiver's money. The receiver's what? Money. That's what I call it. If they catch me, I'll be in trouble. See, the company that is in difficulty, we are closing the business. They will take their money before the shareholders will get their money. That's liquidation for you. So liquidation cost, must be the second one. After the secured one, liquidation cost. And then third, preferential liabilities. Preferential liability. Preferential liabilities. What are preferential liabilities? Preferential liabilities are statutory owings or liability owings to employees. If you owe wages and salary, if you not pay some of the wages, you are owing tax, you are owing government, statutory owings. If not pay for SNIT for, let's say, 3 years or 6 months, all of these are called preferential liabilities. So you should know examples of preferential liability. They are special people, special, owing to wages and salary, owing to employees. That's the first one. Owing to what? Employees. 2, owing to government, such as tax, income tax, Senate, and other statutory owings. I'm done with the preferential liability. Company that is struggling, the receiver must get his money before the employees will be paid. Okay, now let's move on. The fourth one, these are classes of liability. All these classes you can read further in the company's code. Everything is the company's code. Good. Is liability with floating charge. Liability with what? Floating charge. Oh yes. Liability with floating charge. Good. So if you are carrying a floating charge, receiver will get his money before you. So if you are giving a debt to someone, then make sure that you secure it to a particular asset. And pray hard that that asset is not destroyed. Because if you destroy it, your debt will fall. Become unsecured creditors. Now, these are 4 classes. These ones are secured debts. The 5th one is unsecured creditors. So the remaining ones should be given to the unsecured liabilities. The unsecured liabilities. The unsecured liability. So 5th one is what? Unsecured liability. Any debt which has not been secured. That one, unsecured. Example of them, they are the trade payable. Trade payable. It's an example of what? Unsecured liability. Most of the time, the trade payables are not secured. It's a long-term debt that we are secured. Yes. Go for short run. For short run, we can chase you. If I give them like 15 years, months, like 10 years, 5 years, I have to secure it for 5 years longer. Because if I supply goods to you and it's supposed to pay within, let's say, within 6 months, security, within 6 months, your survival is not in doubt than 5 years. The longer the years, the higher the risks, and then the higher the uncertainties. So that is it. Unsecured liabilities. That's the 5th one. Whatever remains goes to the ordinary shareholders and preference shareholders. So in sum all the deductions, all the distribution, push it to the second currency, which will be here. Good. Then you less it. Whatever amount left, we call it available for preference and ordinary shareholders. So available for who? Preference. Please, preference you come first. So preference, and ordinary shareholders. If there was none remaining, they won't get anything. They've lose everything. In fact, even with this class, we have what class? We have level of what seniority. Even with this, there's level of what seniority. Good. So that is it. Available for what? Preference and ordinary shareholders, whatever remains. If the remainder is zero, it means that they are losing everything. They're not even getting one city. Oh yes, it happened. If the business is in great trouble, then you come to preference. In fact, preference shareholders, they carry a preferred power over the ordinary shareholders. So preference shares. So you bring the preference share. Preference share, it will be the value of their position in the books. The value of the preference share, bring it here, you subtract. Whatever remains, we should give it to ordinary shareholders. That's if and only if some remains. In most cases, in fact, even the preference share, I don't know if you get anything. So that's it. Preference shares. Then whatever remains, we call it available to ordinary shareholders. Ordinary, we give it to them. They will take the last money because they are the equity holders, ordinary shareholders. Share, how you can see that part too. Shareholders. Good. There is a statement of liquidation. Please, it is important because one day you become a receiver. You be a receiver so that you liquidate some of the firms. Yes. So these are the steps. Okay, so I'm using Asempa to illustrate how we can calculate. Aside Asempa, sorry, aside the liquidation, the rest they don't have a specific format like this. Good. So can we use Asempa as a trial case? Now let's go to Asempa. Now look at how we will do the Asempa, the strategy that we will adopt. Please, this approach, especially these 5 classes of debts, there's a alternative version, but please, but this one has been tried and tested. So if you can go by this, I'll be fine. Can I ask the board to start Asempa? Okay. Okay, so I think there's a question for me. Let me pick up the question. This value, it is what is left for preference shareholders and ordinary shareholders. So it is available for preference, both preference and ordinary shareholders. It is not only for preference shares. Then you subtract the preference shares value from it. Whatever remains, you should give it to what? The ordinary shareholders. So that is it. So it's available for preference and ordinary shareholders. Yes, because that's what they will have. Good. So thank you. Now we are starting the game. Asempa is very straightforward. So today we won't face any challenge. Asempa is very straightforward. So we won't face any challenge. I have more complex one. So, and I really have to start with very basic Okay, good. So that is it. Comment one. Asempa Limited. Now let's see how best we can do this. If I do one, you do one. So take note. So designing of the scheme for Asempa Limited. That will be the heading. Designing of scheme for Asempa. Step 1, statement of liquidation. So design of the scheme for Asempa Limited. Designing of what? Capital reduction scheme. Capital reduction scheme. Good. Please, I mean, I can't see the board. So, right. Okay, let me see. Unless I go back. Okay, that's fine. Now, step 1 or A, statement of liquidation. So, as usual, how? Where do you pick the item from? The proceeds. So, they have to sell all the assets. So, in fact, to get it straightforward, to be on the safer side, yes, there must be a shortcut. Yes, easy way to get it. That you'll be flipping the question plenty. You not even read the question, but we'll solve. I'm reading the question. Have to even read the question. I'm reading the question. The requirement. Yeah, you are not going to consider the requirement. We are designing a scheme. So that's the requirement. We are designing a scheme. So they can break it into 3. So it says that Asempa Limited was incorporated as a private company several years ago. Trading was very profitable until when? 2009, when the company began making what? Losses due to influx of what? Competitors and aging plants and machinery. Wow. Anytime you see this aging plants, it means that in your scheme, advise them to go and buy a plant. Go sell the aging plant and go and buy the new one. Have you seen? Good. So whatever is causing the harm, try and then tell it, say it in your scheme. Except for if you don't tell you the harm. Yeah, normally we won't tell you. The board of directors is considering whether to reorganize or liquidate the company. Yes, because any failing company, you have only 2 options. Either you have to liquidate or reorganize. As a consultant, yes, we are receiver. Today we are receiver. Good. As a consultant, you have been given the latest financial statement of the company as follows. Statement of financial position as at 31st December 2011. So the losses start from 2009, we are in 2011. Good. So non-current assets, they are there. Freehold property, plant, I wanted to say property, plant, machinery, but it's not property. It's plant, machinery, and motor vehicles. Okay. Deferred development expenditure. Good. Current assets, inventory, account swap, they are there. Now this company does not have cash. Current liabilities, bank overdraft, floating charge. Have you seen it? So what's the position? Floating charge is at what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Floating charge is at 4th position. Accruals. Good. Accruals is a liability. Net current liabilities, they are there. 20% debenture secured on freehold property. That's a fixed charge asset. Fixed charge. It's carry a fixed charge liability. So liability, the fixed charge. That's it. Okay. Good. Stated capital 8,880. They'll tell us the breakdown. Income surplus 7,340 is negative. So the income surplus is what? Negative. That tells us that the company is in difficulty times or in difficult situation. You have been given the following additional information. That is it. Note 1. The company's freehold property was acquired on 31st January 2010. The directors believe that the net disposal value, wow, that's what we want to proceed, of the property will be what? 4 million. So if they should sell the property today, they will sell it at what? 4 million. Good. So that's the proceed. So I'll jot it down. Freehold property, 4 million. So I'll go to the board and record freehold property, 4 million. So freehold, the proceed. Here, they didn't give us two values so that we can choose between the alternatives. Freehold property. The value is 4 million. Is it 4 million? Yes. Let's wait 3 zeros, so it will be 4,000. Good. The next one. Now let's continue reading. So after this, I'll give you a shortcut too. Yes, there should be a shortcut. So don't worry, I'll give it to you. It is estimated that breakup value of the plant and machinery and motor vehicles as of 31st December 2011 will be 900,000. Breakup value. Have you seen? Breakup what? Value. It also means liquidated value or the NRV. These three are the one that we pick first. Good. So 900. So that's the plants and machinery. And here it's 900. Good. Then we move on. Everything. So it's been that thought out. By the time you finish now, time you realize now you finish. Note 3. Samsung Galaxy Note 3. The deferred development expenditure has been patented. Patented means that you are going to lose. Copyright asserting has been patented. It is estimated that if the company is liquidated, it could be sold for 2 million. Wow. So it means that we bring it because we are going to sell a good one, like any struggling company. If Apple said they are going to sell their business right now, their business name, that's good. Forget Iman. So deferred development expenditure, that will be 2 million. So that will be 2,000. Good. That's the deferred development expenditure, 2,000. Good. Now let's move on. Now, that's all the assets. The inventories are estimated to realize their carrying amount in event of liquidation. It means that we are going to sell them at their carrying amount. For inventory, they will give you the NRV most often. But here they say they are going to realize it at what? Their current value. So it means that the NRV and then the current amount they are the same. So we go to the financial position and we pick the NRV of the goods, which is account receivable. Sorry, inventory. 2020, unlike this question, inventory is what? 2020. Have you seen it? Good. The inventory is what? 2020. The inventory figure is 2020. 2020. Does it mean that this question will come back again in 2020? Wow. If question 2 came in 2019 and question 1 is 2020 inside. So inventory, they will sell the inventory for 2020. Good. History should repeat itself. History must repeat itself. We are in 2020. First exams in 2020 or last exam in 2020. Okay. Good. So all the assets. In fact, here all what you have to do is the assets from the first asset to the very last one. All the assets, you list them. all the assets from their company financial position. That's the shortcut. So take notes. So it means that from here, even if they are going to receivable, if there's cash in hand, you are done. So now let's move on. Good. They are saying that Note 5, Samsung Galaxy Note 5 or Infinix Hot 5. One of the major customer of the company has been declared bankrupt. Asampa Limited is likely to lose 100,000 of the amount due from that customer. Wow, good. So it means that out of the total receivable that we have, account receivable of 760, we are likely to receive 660. So we are going to lose 100,000 if we should sell the debt today. So it means that the proceeds from the account receivable will be the 760 less the 100,000 that we are going to lose. So to be 660,000. Good, that's the proceeds. Because that customer who has been declared bankrupt will not pay his amount. Good. Have you seen the proceeds? How we are picking the proceeds? Good. Now that's the last item, Yes. If you check the trial balance, sorry, the financial position, they don't have cash. They don't have cash there. So cash will not be included. Any examiner that brings cash in liquidation is a smart and tricky examiner. Yes. Cash. They'll put a cash there because most of the items in liquidation, are in the footnote. Especially the proceeds, they are in the footnote. So your mind will not be on it that you go to the financial position and go and take it. No. So that is it. Okay. We will move on to that of that's all. No cash. So cash balance is cash. So you sum it up. So kindly find the total for me as usual. I'll pick the figures. So 4,900, 3,000, 3,000. So that give us 8,000. So that give us 9,760, right? Huh? This went from the 760. The account receivable. They said that they are going to lose 100,000 of the account receivable. So go to the financial position. What's the account receivable? After the inventory, after the 2020, the account receivable is for 760. Good. So you take 100 from it. This one is sum it up, what do you get? 9580. Supposed to push all of them here. Supposed to push all of them. Yeah, let me push them here. Good. 2020. This, what do you get? Good. 359580. Good. So that's the total proceeds. So this one is to bracket for 760 less than 100. Good. So that's the total proceeds. Total what? Proceeds. In the examiner, this will be distributed as follows. So total proceeds. So distributed as follows. Let's go and share the money. And this one, the liquidator have the power to do that too. The power is in the hands of the receiver. He said, okay, I'm paying not more than 10,000 to everybody. I'm paying 5,000 to everybody. Yes. I'm not paying liability with this at all. Just that you have to use the law. You have the law. So that as follows. So liquidation is not the best option, please. It's not the best option. I said that will cost like 5 million. They can sell it like 200,000. Yes, because it's awesome. Good. Now let's start. Do we have liability with a fixed charge in this question? Yes, the 20% debenture. It was secured on the field property. So you say liability with what? With a fixed charge. Fixed charge. Then under it, you underline it. You list all the liability. 20% debenture. Debenture. And that will give us the 20% debenture. Is what? What's the value? You go to the financial position. So from the financial position, the 20% debenture, the value is 3,800. Good. So you write it here to the first currency. But please make sure that for a fixed charge, they secured against the field property. The figure that you had is 4,000, but the debt is what? 3,800. So it means that the proceeds is enough to pay off the 3,800. Other than that, if you sell it for lesser than the value of the debt, then the proceeds, the amount cannot pay off. You have to only pay to the tune of what you received. Because if you have secured your debt against these assets and you sell this asset, whatever you get, if it can pay your debt, fine. If you cannot pay, you can't come and tax us. Good. Now let's assume that here is 2,000. Here's, let's say, 3,000. When you dispose of the field property was sold off for 3,000. In that event, the debt is 3,800. You realize only 3,000. So what can you do? It means that you can only pay 3,000. You cannot pay all. Whatever you had, you give it to them. Then the question is, what's the remaining 800? The remaining 800 debt becomes what? Unsecured. So it will move to position number 5, unsecured. So when you are listing the unsecured debt, don't forget the 800 part of the debentures, because whatever you receive from selling the field property, we're not able to pay off the debt. So take note. These are exam stuff. Good. So that is it. But here this is not the case, because this is our first question. So our first question should be okay. So 3,800. Our first question should be straightforward. Good. Hey, there's questions. Okay. Now we are saying that you can only pay off a liability to the tune of what you receive. What you receive. So in the event where the proceeds is 3,000, you cannot pay off all, because the people have secured their debt against these assets. So when you sell the asset, whatever you get, give it to them. They thought they are smart and secured on the freehold property. After selling it, whatever you get, give it to them. But if you don't get more than their value, then give whatever you had, the proceed, that's the 3,000. Then the remaining balance of their debts, now moved it down towards unsecured liabilities. So the security is to the amount of money received from the assets, the proceeds realized. So that's the security. I hope you get that. Good. So the security is to what? The amount of the proceeds that you have received from the. Because you can't, if you are coming and secure your debt on a property. We can't go and sell the inventory and come use to pay off that debt. No, because that debt is secured on what? On the property. So we have to sell the property to pay it off. And if the money is not enough to pay, the remaining part of the debt must be moved down as what? Unsecured. Good. So that is it. So more of the examples are like that. I think example 2 is like that. Ebusia is like that. The next question, the question 2. Okay. Yeah, I have only 3 questions though. This I have only. The remaining 800 becomes unsecured. So when you are listing the unsecured, when you are paying the unsecured liabilities, you call them and they'll come for the remaining 800. If and only if they can get some. So that is it. Okay. In fact, don't even worry about the treatment. There are more questions that have that. So you even treat it for me. Yes, especially question 2. Now let's move on. Good. So we are done with the liability with what? With the fixed charge. Second, the receiver's money. Very important. Please don't get right receiver's money. Yeah. Liquidation cost or cost of liquidation. Get right receiver's money. Liquidation what cost? What's the cost of liquidation? To be in the question, in the footnote. Liquidation cost would be what? Note. Let's continue reading. Note 6, Okay, that's the next note 2. Have you seen how they've arranged the question? In event of Asempa Limited going into liquidation, it is estimated that liquidation cost will be 42,000. So liquidation will be 42, just 42. Rephrasing 3 zeros. And please, as where you are adding, be checking 9580. Can it clear off? Oh yes, can clear. Whichever balance you reach, you stop. There's reconstruction cost or reorganization cost and liquidation cost. Reconstruction cost is the cost that you incur when you do the construction. But here you are liquidating, so we are not going to incur that cost. Good. Now let's move on. Now, what's the third one? Preferential creditors, Preferential creditors or liability with a preference charge. Preferential creditors. Preferential creditors. So check from the question if you have preferential creditors. Are they owing for state income tax? Let's go to the note. If there is, we see there. Reorganization cost of the company, 30,000. Ordinary shareholders are prepared to introduce additional capital to the tune of 3,000 if they consider the proposed scheme to be what? Satisfactory. Bank will adopt a limit of this. Nope. It is considered that proposed reorganization of the company would result in net profit of net profit of 1.5 million in the year ending the 1st March 2012, and 2,000 or more in each of the years thereafter. Good. Preferred dividends are in 2 years arrears. The total capital is made up of the following. Nope. So there's no preferential creditors. No preferential creditors. So when there's no preferential creditors, what do you do? Please bring it to and draw or dash. Preferential. This is an arrangement to be. I have to arrange it here. Whatever. Scatter. No, it was scatter. So 3,800 should be here. 42 should be here. And dash. So there's no preferential liability. Please bring it to intro dash. What's the next one? Liability with what? with floating charge, eh? Okay, so fixed charge, receiver's money, preferential, and then floating, right? Good. So liability with floating charge. Liability with floating charge. Do you have some in the question? Let's go look through. Yes, I think we read something like that. Liability with floating charge on the financial statement. Good. Bank overdraft, floating charge. So you see, so they will come. So the bank overdraft. Good. So the next one will be bank overdraft. Bank overdraft. What's the value of the overdraft? The bank overdraft is what? 2,100. And you'll be checking. Just be checking that this amount can settle all this. Wherever you get to, you stop. Then you balance it off. So far we have 3,800, 4,200, 2,100. Okay, there's more funds. The funds are what? More funds are available. Please, I will now take my time slowly because that's our first question. Capture it too. So the subsequent one, we can move faster. Okay. Then what again? Unsecured what? Creditors. But before you move to the unsecured creditors, please perform this. Because sometimes the funds might not be enough to cover the unsecured creditors. The unsecured creditors, let's do something here. Let's write their names here. Unsecured creditors from this question. Now go to the financial position. All the liabilities other than what we have listed here, bring them. So all the liabilities other than what we have listed here, you have to bring them. Good. Good. There's a question for me. Let me go and pick the question. There's a question here. Wow, 4,200. So what's answers, right? Good. What's answers that they were giving me? That's good news. So you get 4,200. Someone saying 4,200. Someone saying, oh, okay. 4,200, 3,800. If you put all this together, this what you get. 3,042, 2,100. Then you take it off from the 9,950. So that you know the balance remained. The balance left. 3,638. Good. So this is the balance was left. Perfect. 3,638. Before you move on, you have to check that this balance will be able to clear the unsecured creditors before you continue. Other than that, you cancel your work. So yeah, it's very important. So now let's go and list all the remaining creditors, the unsecured one. So the unsecured one, we will start from first, all the liability left. So when you go to the financial position, check the current liabilities and check the non-current liabilities. Those that they are not here, they are the unsecured one. First, account payable. What's the account payable? 3,200, right? Good. So account payable is 3,200. Can it be? Okay. And again, who again? Accruals is also a liability. Accruals, we are owing some people, maybe some of the expenses, electricity owing, or like rent owing, as accruals. 600, which is 3,800. Then how do we get that? Putting all together, we have 3,800. Agreed. Good. So it means that these ones will not be able to pay this. Yes, so realize that the balance left will not be able to pay off the remaining debt, the unsecured debt. The unsecured debt left, there are only 2. So when it happens that way, you have to do what you call prorate. Share the funds left according to your debts, according to the level of debts that each of them have. So you prorate it because we only have 3,600, but the debt is worth 3,800. So that is it. You have to prorate it. Good. Good. There's okay. Good. Now the issue is this. The unsecured liabilities. What left? In fact, all the liabilities on the company's financial position that we have not picked it, we've not touched it, they are what? Unsecured. Good. So 1, account payable over here, and then the accruals. So just that if you put their value together, you're not going to get the amount there. So what do? This will be 2,100. So what you do is this. You write unsecured. Balance left for unsecured creditors. Balance left for unsecured creditors. So always when you get to the unsecured creditors, check the balance first. So unsecured creditors, unsecured liabilities. Unsecured liabilities. Here are the only 2. Payables, trade payables. Hope you can see that bit too. Let's do it this way. Wow. Do it this way. Hope you can see going down. Good. Okay. So trade payable. And then accruals. Now, with the amount, you have to prorate it. So with the trade payable, their value is what? 3,200. So you take 3,200 out of the total debt. Let me do it here. Account payable is 3,200. This was the name. Accruals is 600. Good. So what do? You prorate it. You add or you get 3,800. So you divide 3,200 out of 3,800. Then you multiply it by the funds left, which is 36 something 38. So 3638. Good. Whatever you get, that is for what? The account payable. So you prorate it using their position. So here I'll do the workings here, which will be the same 3,200 all divided by 3,600, no, 3,800 times what? 3638. Please, what do you get? I hope you get that. 3064. Perfect. So 3064. Please make sure that you get the same one. In fact, once you get this on the remaining balance, give it to the trade payable. Sorry, the accruals. Or you can also show workings. So their workings will be accruals. No, this marker is due for accruals. So that would be 600, right? Divided by 3,800. Agreed. Times 3638. 38. And now to give us, so now to give us 574. I like that. So 574. Good. Okay, so that is it. If you don't confirm it before you go to the unsecured, yeah, you cancel. You by all means cancel. You by all means cancel. Please, which section? Let me know the section. Okay, let me know the section. Huh? Okay. So that is it. Now, let's move on. Okay, let me explain. If I may get the part that you're not getting, then I may explain that session to you. So the one that's not getting it, kindly let me know the part that you don't understand so that I may go back for you. Yeah. Good. From the unsecured liability. Oh, okay, that's fine. From the unsecured liability, that's good. Okay, now let's come back to the unsecured liability. With the unsecured liability, it's a danger zone. Before you go there, make sure that you get the balance left. So there will be even alternative presentation where we strike the balance left. As and when you are moving, be checking that you have enough funds to pay. Because don't invite the people to your office and tell them that there's no money. No, they will not understand. Okay. They will not understand. Now, when you go to the unsecured debt, assume that you've reached there. Here's it. Unsecured debt. The unsecured debts, they are the liability that you have not secured it on any assets. So how do you know it? In a question, go to the company financial position. All the liability left, all the liability. We didn't say only the current, all liability. But those that you brought them here, don't repeat them again. Good. So when you check the company's financial statement, this very one, you have, when you go to the current liability, there's account payable there. There's payable. And there's accruals. So that's all for this question. That's all for the unsecured debt. But before you go to their calculation, their figures, make sure that you have enough funds. So that's why we sum all this one up, subtract it from the total proceeds, and to know the balance left and see whether the balance can pay their funds. When you take payables, their funds is 3,200. And then when we take this one is payables. Good. And when we take accruals, their funds is 600. Putting together is 3,800. Meanwhile, the money left is what? If we sum all this one up and take it from this, the funds that left is what? Is 3,638. That's something like this. Good. 3638. Good. So that is it. So you realize that the funds that left is not enough to pay off this 3,800 debt remaining. So as a receiver, what do you do? If you are the one that paying them, what do you do? I'll pay you according to your debt, the magnitude, I will prorate it because the funds there are not enough. I can't say that I'm giving all the funds to payable and then the remaining ones I'll give it to accruals. No, that's not a fair deal. So you have to prorate it. So we are going to pay you to the tune of your debt. So how do you get it? So for payable, how much? How much? So I'll do the calculation here for payable. So for instance, payable, their debt is 3,200 out of what? 3,200 out of the total debt of 3,800 times the funds remaining. The funds remaining is what? 3,638. So that is the payable. So payable will take that. And then accruals, the expenses owing. For them too, I'll give them 600 Ghana out of the 3,800 times what? Times the 3,638. Whatever remains. So that is it. So this is how we did, and then we had the values. Good. So it means that for payable, so I just imported the workings here. I imported the workings here. So in brackets, payable was 3,200 divided by the 3,800 times 3,638, and that was what was the answer that we had? We had 3,064. And for accruals to be the 600 Ghana cedis divided by 3,800 times 3,638, and that one we had 50. For accrual we had 574. Please, if you sum these two up, you get a 3,638, and then that is it. So that was the unsecured section. It's very important. Very important. Good. I hope you get it. Yes, yeah. I hope everybody get it now. Yeah. Good. I hope everybody get it. Okay. Then that's fine. I like that. Let's see. Okay. How did you got the 3,064? Okay. I think you are fine now, eh? Good. So that's now let's move on. Let's move on. Wow. So what do we do now? You sum it up. You analyze it and sum all up. So you sum all starting from here up to where. Then you push it to this under this currency. When you push it, you have. When you push it here, it will be the same answer, right? It will be 9,580. You put it in bracket. Now we are saying that when you sum all the deductions up, you get a total. You push it off from this, then you get nil. This answer is called available. I'm going to do it at the top there. Let me do it there. So when you subtract this from this, whatever you get is that you bring it. As we can see from this section, we call it available to preference and ordinary shareholders. It was dash. Then you come down. Preference shares. Dash like this. Whatever remains, you give it to ordinary shareholders. So this becomes ordinary shareholders. Ordinary shareholders. Good. So that is it. Good. So that is it. So that's the end of the game. But before I close today's chapter, we will do one thing very important. Now, there was a table that I normally attach it to this. So take note. Now, the table is like this. Tell me the position of all the shareholders, all the stakeholders. Tell me their position when they go to liquidation. So tell me what will happen. So in liquidation, so you write the shareholder here, the stakeholders. It's a nice table that spells out the losses upon liquidation. So stakeholders like this. So your value before liquidation. So value before liquidation. And then the value after liquidation. And then this one will be loss upon liquidation or loss per liquidation. I hope you can see that side. Let me see. Oh yes, you can see. Loss per liquidation. So you can't see that side. Okay, then I have to write in the middle. Have to be center adjustment. Have to align it to the middle, right? Good. Okay, so let me shift it to the middle here. So stakeholders, the key stakeholders, and then value before and value after what you are giving them, and then loss per liquidation, loss per liquidation. So you are going to list all the key stakeholders. You're going to see the key stakeholders. They are the one that is listed them here among the liabilities. All these people. So starting from all the debts, all these people, including these guys. So normally I'll start from the ordinary shareholders. Ordinary shareholders. Then you go to preference shareholders. So preference shareholders. Good. Then you go to who again? 20% debentures, the debenture holders. Debenture holders. Who again? Debenture holders. That's accruals. Okay, accruals. And there's payables. The payables. Good. So that is it. So these are the, hope you can see you. Hey, sorry you. I think they can't see you. Good. Sorry. So you have to list the value of the stakeholders, the key stakeholders, not all of them the key. Your value before and your value after. Get a loss per liquidation. So go to the financial position and pick all the values of the key stakeholders. So ordinary shareholders, their value was 5730. It is the last footnote. Good. Preference share was 3150. Last footnote. Debenture 3,800 is in the financial position. Good. Accrual 600 is in the financial position. Payables it was 3,200. Good. So now let's see. What is the value after? How much? The value after will be determined from the statement of the liquidation. So ordinary shareholders, their value was not dash. So their value after is dash 0. Then for that of preference shareholders, that one to dash another 0. Wow. 20% debenture, their value after is here 3,800. They are not losing anything. And then accruals, their value after is 574, as we had in the statement of liquidation. So 574. Payables, we had 36.4. So it means that what's the loss per liquidation? Now loss per liquidation is your value before less your value after. It is that upon liquidation, the ordinary shareholders will lose all their value. They will lose all the value. Preference shareholders will lose everything. Again, 20% debenture. They will not lose anything there. They will lose nothing because they are getting their money in that. Accruals, they will lose 600 against 74. So that will be around 36. Good. So that will be 600 less 574. Good. 26. Good. So they are losing 26,000. Payables, how much are they losing? Payables will lose 200 less 64, 136, right? Good. So payables will lose 136. What will be the total loss? Putting all the loss together, plus 26, plus 3150, plus 5730, and that will give us 9042. So that's the loss. 9042. So this is the total loss. Total loss on liquidation. Total loss on liquidation. Good. So that's the end of the case. So you can say that upon liquidation, ordinary shareholders and then the preference shareholders, they will lose everything. So that's the end of today's edition. Thank you very much for coming. This is how far the good Lord Vegas. So if you have any question, can you ask before we close the chapter? Please, this bit is very important. Finally, you know where we pick these figures? After is the values in the statement of liquidation. Before is in the financial position. The one in the financial position. After in the liquidation values. That is it. So you bring them here and then you attend. Good. Thank you very much. Hey, there's bank overdraft. It didn't bring bank overdraft there. Yes, but for them, they will not lose there. So let's create a value for it. Sorry. We left bank overdrafts. So overdrafts. They also key stakeholders. Bank overdrafts. They are not losing anything. No. They are not losing anything. So their value is what? 2,100. They are getting it intact, 2,100. So they are losing dash. So the total will change. 9,040. Then we add that. So I'm done. Now question time. I will mute everybody and then ask your questions so that we close the chapter. Good. No. Good. So this one be total loss. Total loss.
Let's go back to the table, please.
Total loss on liquidation. That is it. Good.
Let's go back to the table, please.
Okay. That's fine. So now let me put the heading on the top. So total loss upon liquidation. Now let me come back and take a full capture. Good. So this is a loss upon liquidation. This is a loss upon liquidation. Good. How do we get that?
Yeah.
The ordinary shareholders and preference shares, they are losing everything. Good. Okay, so first, someone to have a question, so let me see. That's fine.
Okay.